Bonjour, aujourd'hui, nous sommes jeudi. Yeah. Parlons en français. Je ne peux pas parler français pendant la français ou alors je suis à la maison. Yeah. Today is a bit sad lunch, dinner. So, pardon. Okay, we got that. Ili Septa is about 7 o'clock. No, it is 7 o'clock already. Ili Septa, Ili Huita actually is going to be 8. I got 1 more hour to prepare, then I'm going to do live stream, and then got some report to update. Actually, report is this report. The quarterly, not say quarterly, it's end of the year already, so go there. Okay, Ilisita, Ilihuita, what else? Sesfois. I think it's 9 degrees, so no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. Is it? Is that how you say? 9 degrees la soir. Anyway, I'm just gonna do a quick check, but it doesn't feel 9 degrees, so it feels a little bit colder, like, oh, it's 5, okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 5 degrees la soir. Yeah, that's correct. Definitely doesn't feel like 9 degrees. Yeah. Okay, so, parlons anglais. And Thursday. It's mid-November already. Yeah, 17. Wow, time flies. Time really flies. I need to get my ski pass, not say ASAP, but just get my ski pass, and then we'll be done for this year. I think that's the last big purchase. Not really. That's the reason why I'm gonna do this vlog. Today is not really the last, but today we're gonna go around on another NFT that I want to get. It has utility, but before we talk about that NFT, because that NFT is dropping tomorrow, and yeah, it allows me to do certain stuff, but at the same time, we want to look back at our past NFT investment, right? With numbers. Alright, with numbers. Okay, so let's kick off with numbers. I think today is just mainly a number vlog, and these are the numbers that I don't mind sharing to you guys. And in fact, as promised on last year around, oh no, that was December, which is 2 weeks later, I was talking about using my savings except my emergency fund. So we have lockdown emergency fund, do some stuff, do some crazy stuff. If I lose money, so be it, and yada. And did it age well? Well, it's interesting, right? The journey is interesting. All right, and let's begin. Okay, so my quote, and I'll say report. So let's start off with, let me remove this because it's now a 2022 report rather than just a quarter. So quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and now we've hit quarter 4, November. Surprisingly, we did quite well, and actually compared to October, we did very well because of how we spent. Let's see. So we got the first. Okay, so first 2 lines is critical, like since all right. So the first 2 line is basically my liability. Yeah, basically this one, the numbers is, I would say something around like non-negotiable. It's gonna be something that I have to spend for my life, which is rent, bills, and food. That's the first 2 lines. Then the down here is basically lines that is like collection, hobbies, and stuff. And of course you can see there's last year investment and whatnot over here. And then we got, I did a quick little recap on the timeline and see how we do. And then of course we got some more numbers here. So that's that. So looking at quarter 1, yeah, we did spend a lot. Then March, April, May. Oh yeah, it's somewhere around. Did I know yes, we did stop in March, because March was the crash, the first crash. April, May, yeah, April, May. January was the 50% crash. That one is interesting because crypto, I thought when it crashed a little bit, it goes up. Right now, this one it crashed and then it goes all the way down. So for crash, and then first crash, alright, so to explain, it's basically January is the first crash, second crash is around April, May-ish, and then the third crash is around June, and then November still continue, which means, like I think a few vlogs ago I did say recession, not just crypto in general, but sorry, not just crypto, but in general, the whole finance is crazy. Plus, I think there's a scandal on some exchange site for crypto, like 2 weeks ago or last week, that puts a bad press on all this investment thing, which is sad. Anyway, back to the story is collection. Yeah, collection goes down, 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 down. Our expenditure for livelihood went down because I was paying double rent. Yep, hobbies. Okay, hobbies a bit interesting, and this thing, 2003 question mark. Sometimes some of the stuff that I've jotted down from history, I don't know what I do. But anyway, most of these collections and stuff, and obviously April 400. This is Fan Expo. Right, this is interesting because Fan Expo is one of those things where you pay for experience. It's like going for vacation and stuff. So in this case, yeah, it's nothing. And then we got our alternative transportation in June. Could have done it earlier, but I think June is just nice, right? Just nice, just right. We did some fun on June, July, August, September. Yeah, September is where it ramped down, and in fact, on top of that, August is where the fall starts, or rather becomes colder. So we only had like what, 2 months worth of summer, which means tentatively this sucker is not being paid off in terms of usability, as in how the mileage, right, which I'm gonna explain just a little bit later before I close. July onwards we did wonderful. August we bought a new hardware. Okay, this is driving, so this is also something that I think it's something I have to spend, so yep. And then of course August, September, October is we did our little credit card dance, where I try to pay as last minute as possible, not advisable, but as last minute as possible, so I can balance a lot of things, and that's why I call it the dance. So August, September, October, November is where it stabilizes everything. Everything is stable, and that's why I want to buy some stuff, and that is very, very bad if it's uneducated purchase or impulse buy. So in this case, November we did quite interesting. Food also we did kind of squish down a little bit. August, September we spent quite high. Yeah, that's because I work Saturday, Sunday. So August, September was technically, in a sense, I would say a lucky, not say lucky moment, it was one of those events, life events, where you have the chance to restabilize certain things. Might be financial, might be stuff. So in this case, I managed to stable my finance with a little bit more OT, and that's great. That's great. So that's that. November, 100. Okay, so this is $133. This is how much I spent for the collection at the moment, where $84.35 is the stock. Like I said, I remember I did hit to a point where we tried to earn money by running a virtual shop-ish, which is quite interesting. Learn a lot of things. And of course, if you trade on a different currency, yeah, it's a bit ouch, a bit owie. Okay. Now here comes the fun bit. So we have our last investment. I purposely put this one. Our number is up. I think it's about 7,000 plus. And I did say we spend about, so 7,000, okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, it's a bit higher. But 8, that is a cumulative from over time because I was buying Funko stock and everything. And in terms of value, yeah, we don't have 8,000 Canadian worth of value. It's way low. It's like 100, no. I have 500, about 5, I'm going to say 500 first, right? About 500 liquid. That means I can spend wherever I want, but I save it in their, I basically stick on their platform, which this is a story, which I want to put it here for today and a little bit tomorrow. So that's, yeah, I'm not going to derail too fast. So that's that. Collectibles and comic books, okay, that's roughly around there. Yeah, in the beginning we went a little bit crazy because there are a lot of good stuff, managed to sell a bit, and then but then again, like I said, the comic book, it's a loss because I bought too expensive, and then that's the part where I say, all right, time to stop the bleeding, and then we only buy anything that is under retail, treat it as a product rather than as an investment, right? Like money you throw away. So in that sense, yeah, that's a lot of money. And then of course, part of this collectibles, I managed to put down, which we spent $64 on random tokens. Some of the tokens it crashed. I put like what, 64? Yeah, $64. That's about right. That's okay. And then out of this collection, $400 for the Bad Call, which is quite nice, right? Batman, I got some returns. Again, like I said, if I cash out, oh no, it's a loss. I can't really cash out that much anymore. Bad Cow surprisingly went up in price, which is nice. The one that I want to focus for today is the Ape. Yeah, and of course we got Hard Spendings, which is the one wheel, and the Steam Deck. Yeah, that's the little story timeline for this. Yeah, fantastico, yay. Okay, time for a little story. So partially, like I said, so all the investment I do, I basically stick into one platform. I reconsolidate a few things, and then surprisingly, I only put a lot of money in 2 platforms, and it's a little bit dangerous, but this is what I did. I've put money on both sides. Of course, one is collectible, like I said. I can't really earn yet because I didn't sell anything, and I'm just gonna lock it there. And I've not buy anything. Actually, I buy very little. Like Star Wars, okay, I bought few here and there. Darth Vader dropped price like 3 months later. It's like, okay, no, 3 months? Was it 3 months or 2 months? It went down in retail, so I want to pick that up. So that's 80 US dollars. So in Canadian dollars, it's 100 plus. And that's why the numbers are a little bit crazy, because I'm dealing it with US dollars. And inflation and whatnot, oh, that's a whole nother story that I will tell later. Now, the most important part is because recently there's a fiasco on the exchange platform. It's one of those things where a lot of people tell you about, oh, you know, don't buy stocks because if it crash, blah blah blah. Same goes with, oh, don't put money in banks. If the bank crash, you lose all your money. In this case, the exchange, one of the biggest crypto exchange crash, and everyone loses money. Scary, right? Yes, it is very scary. So luckily I did not store anything under exchange. I would like to put it under my own wallet. So that's what they call it, right? If you want to store your own digital stuff, you store it in your own wallet. And when you say store in your own wallet, it means it's detached from any institution. Yeah. So in this case, it's like you're putting in your house. Right, the only difference is it's digital. Ooh, cool. So that is one of the story, or rather, one of the major story recap that I want to put it as early as I can. And yeah, the other one is I want to buy another ape. Costs around $200, as in Canadian dollars. That one gives me a little bit of utility because I found things that I like is that I like my assets to be usable. Like for example, car is a liability. I mean, it's nice to have. So that's like digital collectibles, comic books, nice to have, but they don't really gain assets. Oh no, they don't really do capital gains unless you really buy a particular car in a particular year. Most of the time it's just depreciating assets. In fact, I don't even call them assets at all. Cars are not assets. This is gonna be a long vlog. Anyway, I promise to make it much shorter. I'm gonna close very soon because I want to reserve that video for tomorrow. So Ape has some utilities. It's like not really 100%. It's like buying a franchise, but not really a franchise. You buy an item and then you can make money with the item. Sounds like a pyramid scheme, which sadly I would say that's the first go-to response. Right. You buy a product and then use that product and sell. That's literally pyramid scheme whenever I see one. And I told myself never ever join pyramid scheme. And I'm not just, this one is not really a, yeah, so it's partially not a pyramid scheme, but the way they operate is kinda. And then pyramid scheme is Ponzi scheme, so stay away from anything that requires recruitment. And of course crypto, there is somewhere along that line, but we have to be careful. So that's why I'm trading very lightly, and whatever I spend right now, it's basically for you all to understand in this little crypto world. Whatever I earn, whatever I lose, yeah, it's just a lesson. Although it's a big expensive lesson, but it's a lesson none other the least. Cool. Anyway, I want to buy an ape. That's why I'm doing my report, doing my due diligence. And I will see you tomorrow. Alright, it will cost me around $200, like I said. Yeah. Until then, YouTube every domain.